Hello, 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 everyone. Let's check it out what we got for you right now. We have for you a 143 scale 1979 Ford Cortina MK4 2.0 Ghia. Beautiful car. Beautiful car. Now this car, it's a classic, especially for the Ford of England, for the British side of Ford. They were so popular, super popular. They had I don't know why. When I look at this model, please do not judge my ignorance. But I remember looking at these models and say, hey, these are Ford Taurus or Taunus. Taunus, I'm not Taurus. Taurus is the American one. Taunus. Now, because I remember in Latin America, we used to sell these models, but it was not exactly looking like this one. It was a little bit different. They used to make the 420s in also in South America. Beautiful model, very attractive. I think it's a gorgeous looking car, two-tone color, very attractive. Now, let me explain to you a bit about the MK4. This model was from 1976 until 1979. It was actually assembled in many different places. It was assembled in England. It was assembled in Taiwan, in Australia, in New Zealand, and in South Korea. Wow, that's a lot of different places. It came as a two or four-door sedan or saloon, how you call it in Europe, a five-door station wagon or state, how you call it in Europe, especially in England or UK altogether. Two-door coupe utility, which is called a P100. Really nice. And I'm reading right now because I want to make sure I know a little bit more about this information about this car. And I guess it was related to the Ford Taurus TC2. And I said that before I even read it. That's when I speak my mind is what I know about the car. So if I'm saying something that makes no sense, please do not judge me. I'm saying from what I remember. Engine wise, wow, it had a big difference, a lot of different engines. I'm thinking some of these engines were not specifically for the European market, more for like by Australian. But let's see, I got a 1.3, a 1.6, a 2.0, a 2.3, a 3.0, 3.3, and a 4.1. For some reason, the 3.3 and the 4.1, I'm thinking is for the Australian market because they were more fond of the bigger engines like the Americans. But let me know in the comments if you know that information. Now, I love the color. It's such a attractive color, by the way. These cars were sold in mass production. They were very popular around the world. Unfortunately, we never had this model in North America. Never. Sad but true. I don't know why. What was Ford thinking when they never exported this model to North America, but we didn't. Shame, shame, shame. Let's see. They also came as a, if I'm not mistaken, they also came as an automatic. Let's see. Yep, they came as a 4-speed manual and a 3-speed automatic. Good for them. Good for them. I love when they give options. Not everyone wants to drive a stick shift. Not everyone wants to drive an automatic. By the way, guys, this model was made by Vanguards. Quality to the point. Vanguard's always making great quality diecast. Great quality. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna let this car go around a few times and I'll be right back. All right, guys. So, a few things I want to say before I forget, because I always like to read as I'm and look at the vehicle as it goes around. And I was reading, and I noticed that, and then I started looking at pictures. This model specifically was not the one that was super popular in. I'm gonna say, to be specific, in Argentina and Uruguay. This one, it was the Ford Cortina or the Taurus, the fifth generation, the one right after this one. Because I remember the tail lights were a little bit longer. This one's the short tail lights. And that's how I started looking and said, oh, this is not exactly the one. It was the next generation after this. I just had to say that because it stayed in my mind when I was reading a little longer. Another thing that it brought me to my attention as I was reading is that this car was the best selling car in Britain, in the UK actually, the Britain, yes. Let me just say this so I can make sure what I'm saying. I just saw that right now. Okay, it says despite being the best selling car throughout its production run, the Mark IV, it's the rarest Cortina. It's because of the poor rust proven, and I guess people did not take care of them. So unfortunately, it's the rarest of them all. And it only ran for 3 years. So this model specifically, from 1976 to 1979. All right, guys. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about this car. I'm sure a lot of my friends, specifically from the UK, must say, "Hey, I remember this car back in the days." I love stories, so let me know what you remember. Comment below. It really, I want to hear what other people think about these models, whether they remember, and all those stuff, which is really cool. And don't forget to click and subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button that will remind you when I'm posting more videos. And last but not least, don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up. I always say it. You're showing that you're enjoying this video as much as I'm enjoying making them. So it lets me know that you are liking these videos too. Sorry, I may not be the most detail wise, but I'm speaking my mind. I don't want to sound like a robot. I want to sound more like I'm reading and reviewing a bit of what I remember myself and maybe what you remember too, hopefully. All right, guys, so take care of yourselves more than ever, and goodbye.